Hello everyone. So let's move on to part 4 of the biostats series. So I'm just making the short video so it will be easy to solve the questions and remember the concepts. So let's move to mean, median and mode. So remember, mean is the average value and median is the median value. Whenever you're going to solve the median question, try to put the values in ascending or descending order. I usually put in ascending order. So then if there is an even number, then like remember, if 10 total value is 10, so middle value will be 2, right? So you will be add 2 and divide by 2. When there is a odd, so it will be like the single number in the middle. So mode will be the most common number. The most repeated number will be the mode. And then we have these errors which we can discuss in null hypothesis. Just little bit, like the type 1 error is this: there is no effect or difference when none exists. Null hypothesis is incorrectly rejected. So we have rejected the null hypothesis. So there is the error, that is type 1 error, that is called as alpha, whereas type 2 is a beta. Remember, power is 1 minus beta and type 2 error is beta. And in type 2 error, it is like there is no effect or difference when one exists. Null hypothesis is rejected when it is actually incorrect. We should like we have it's rejected, but there is like no an effect or difference when one exists, not an effect. So then we have type, how we can minimize, decrease the type to error, which will increase the power of the study. So we can increase the sample size, we can increase the affected effect size and precision. So remember, P for precision, P for power. And next very important thing is the confidence interval, which determine the precision of the value to assess the clinical significance. For confidence interval, remember it is 1 by sample size. So they are inversely proportional. If size increases, confidence interval will narrow, and if size decreases, confidence interval will broaden. Next is the simple these things. Mean is the mm, three measures of the center tendency are the mean, median, and mode. Most affected by outlier is the mean, and median is the least, and mode is also less affected by the outliers. So remember this. Then we have this one. This is the example given, so you can have a look on the example. So this is a number of decade teeth in 10 children. So for the mean, you will add all the value: 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 3, then 0 plus 10 plus 2 plus 3 and 8, and divide by total values are 10. This will be the mean. And for median, so it's a 10. So two middle values, 2 plus 3 is taken, then we add and then divide by 2. And then mode, which number is repeated many times? It is the 2. So look, in the median we have arranged in a ascending order. So next is the non bimodal is a non-normal normal distribution. Like this is not normal, bimodal is not normal. Okay, two different population. So an example is given, and look, we have to, if the question writes, we should know this is a symmetrical in which mean equal to median equal to mode, and there is a skewness, there is a positive and negative, which is called a right skewed or negative skewed. For this thing to know which one is right and left, always look on this portion, that is tail. So if the tail is on the left side, left skewed, and in the left skewed, remember mode is greater than the median than the mean, and opposite is in the right skewed. The tail is on the right side. This is very important. You should do the skewness and which value is greater. They will ask you with the example. Okay, this can you tell which is the highest value? So for that, first you should know where the tail lies. So this is positive skew and negative skew. Just like this question, it is saying where is the mean, median, and mode. So look, the tail is on the left side, and so mode will be greater than the median than the mean. So the number 3 to 1, mean, median, mode. So then we have precision. In the precision, what happened is like it decreases when high and decreases when high increases. Okay, let's see. Is the consistency or reliability to test to produce the same result if there should not be any variation. So it decreases with the random error. When high decreases the standard deviation, and when high increases power, that's the power. So this thing, precision in decrease increase with the decrease in standard deviation and decrease in standard error of mean. And if narrow confidence interval, then precision will also increase. Then we have accuracy and precision, very important as a aided perspective. Usually they ask with this diagram, they will give you this four picture and will ask which one is the like the accurate or precise, or they can ask like which one is precise or accurate, or they can give you example like this test is done and they will give the value, okay, 72 is this value, and then the results are like 69 70 like this. So they can make you like, okay, this is precise or accurate. For this concept to understand, let's see what is accuracy. So accuracy is the validity or trueness of the test measurement due to absence of any systemic error or bias to produce correct result. It decreases with the systemic error. So for the first diagram, you can see it is accurate, not precise. Whereas there is a gold standard. The center is the gold standard. If it is like around the gold standard, then it is accurate. And if it is concentrated at one point, it is precise. So this is accurate, but this is precise. And this one, it is accurate and precise. They are collected at one place and around the close to the gold standard. So this one is the this thing. This is not accurate, not precise. So make sure you know this diagram by heart. It is very, very important. So then we have the next thing, the test. What does t-test mean? If you're checking two means of group, then it is a t-test. And they will give you a question like, okay, two tests, and then we are adding another test, then it will be ANOVA for three mean or group. And then we have chi-square test, that is for the different two or more percentage for proportion, not for mean. Comparing the percentage of members of three different ethnic group is the chi-square test. And this is the blinding. So what is single blind? Participants are not aware of the treatment group. And double blind, both participant and investigators are unaware. Whereas in the triple blind, person who perform the test, outcome are educators, and the safety monitoring group. So first, next very important thing is the standard deviation. What is that? It's a measure of the dispersion, how variability exists from the mean. So standard error is the measure of dispersion, and it will be SC by, then decreases. It is inversely proportional to sample size. Make a note of all these things, how the sample size will affect the power of the study, precision of the study. So it will be very, very easy. And confidence interval also. So standard error also inversely proportional, confidence interval also. Then we have what is the normal distribution. In normal distribution, we must know the features of the normal distribution curve. It's a Gaussian, it's a bell shape in which mean, median, and mode equal to equal. And then we have, this is the normal distribution. So and we must know that the one value, that is what is one standard deviation, what is two and three. So number one is 67 something, and two is 95, and three is I think 99.7. Mostly they ask the number, this one, look, see, 68, 95. Usually they ask two standard deviations, so the answer will be 95. Next, move to very, very important, that is null hypothesis. So what the meaning of the null? Null means there is no relationship. We are testing something and we say, okay, there is a no effect or no relationship exists, no association between disease and risk factor in the population. Then we take one alternative hypothesis in which we say, oh, there is some difference, there is an association or effect. So that is the alternative, and then we compare both. We are compare and we will see, okay, what will the p value, and we are going to accept the null hypothesis or the alternative hypothesis. So this one is the all the formulas. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Some of them are in the pharmacology. For the sensitivity, specificity, these are the formulas which you should remember. So that's it for this portion. Thank you.